What's up, YouTube? Today we have with us Dead by Daylight aficionado PhillyFox. He's one of the top console killer players in the game. He also has recently turned his killer runs into a speed run. We'll talk a little bit about that, but let's get into something else. You've seen PhillyFox in some of our content, but we're going to actually get a chance to dive into some stuff outside of the realm of content creation as we do here. So thanks for coming on, Philly. We appreciate you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not very interesting, so we'll see how this goes.
Wow. Maybe that'll be the goal of this, is to reveal exactly how interesting you are, sir. Look,
we'll see about that.
Yeah,
We'll see
given the
about that.
subjects he gave us, not very.
Yeah.
that's
No.
rude. Rude,
Listen,
Jake.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing at all.
Now, the real question is how do you want me to refer to you, Jake from State Farm? Because we also have a Jake from State Farm, and this is a problem.
Yes.
Oh, my God. You guys are
Just
too much.
perfect.
Too much is what I'm
We'll
hearing.
just call them 1 and 2, David. 1 and 2.
No, you guys can just refer to me as Philly.
Oh, I'm gonna mess that up. That's no. Anyways, moving into some of the topics of discussion. Now, we usually don't talk about content and content creation with most of our guests, although that's a lie. We end up talking about it eventually at some point. But we are actually going to start off talking about it because you have done something very unique and very interesting lately. So the first thing I want to talk about is you made Dead by Daylight a speed run.
Yep.
Explain how that works, please.
It's actually kind of simple, right? So there's I think there's 27 survivors in the game now with the Resident Evil chapter. So basically, I just have to sacrifice or kill one of each of them as fast as I can.
Okay. So that's
And I
basically
have to deal with RNG, with the queue times, the what survivors I actually get. Like I can't skip any lobbies, That's the
Right.
whole RNG part of it. So it's speed running with RNG. So I don't know if that's actually speed running, but
I don't even know if that's technically RNG because it's more the randomness of the players. So that is a level of unpredictability that would
like
seem daunting.
It's not like it could practice anything with it. It's more, especially since I'm starting to do like each killer has their own personal best time.
Okay.
That they can be set with.
So it's like a PB run on your Survivor Bingo challenge.
Yeah, so like I pick a killer that I'm doing for the day or whatever, and I go ahead and maybe play like 3 hours, anywhere 3 to 6 hours of that killer. If I want to take a break from that killer the next time, I could just pause the timer and come back to that run another time.
Okay. Right. So you have perpetual timers running on each of your killers until you complete a run.
I'm marking it all down in a spreadsheet. And I know Jake loves spreadsheets.
I do love a good spreadsheet.
He does. That's super interesting. So when
I'm really trying to start to push it out more because I've got nothing but oh my God, I've never seen anything like this. I hope it goes well, all that kind of stuff.
I was about to ask you if you're documenting it because this is something that I did some Googling while I was at work because this intrigued me, and I have not found anything about speed running Dead by Daylight or even talks about it. So
there is speed running like individual games, like whatever the fastest 4K you can get is with this certain killer. Those usually range from like anywhere from 2 to 4 minutes, but
right.
This is much more tedious. This is much more tedious and frustrating.
I can imagine. You've put yourself in an arena where you're now talking about dealing with not only your skill, but also the randomness of matchmaking and the randomness of the people within those matches of what survivor are they going to choose. I've played Dead by Daylight. You could end up with 3 lobbies in a row that's just all Megs.
Yeah, like my current run on Leatherface that I have, I'm down to just needing Ash, and it's been 6 hours and change. I think. Who knows when I'm gonna finish that? If I'm gonna finish that,
Right. That's crazy.
because that Ash is actually one of the hardest survivors to come across. So, you know, it is what it is.
That's interesting.
We'll see if I eventually finish that.
I'm curious to see what the I'm curious to see what the speedrunning community thinks of this. We happen to obviously know
DVD
several of them.
speedrunning community or the general speedrunning community?
Speedrunning community in general.
Okay, because there's speedrunning and DVD barely exists. So
Correct,
Fair.
which is why I'm curious how the larger speedrunning community. For those who don't know, all 4 of us are connected to some very serious, very good top tier speedrunners. So it'll be interesting to see kind of their take and how they interact with this content, which is why I wanted to talk about it, because it intrigues me. I'm very hopeful for you. I'm curious to see how it comes out, and it's not often something like this piques my interest. A lot of people do weird challenges and goofy shit in games that make me just go, eh. This interested me enough to inquire further about it.
yeah, like you were talking about before. The thing is, this isn't like normal speedrunning where it's like a set. Like this is the path you take. This is the most ideal like set of things you can do. It's just if you get lucky, you get lucky. Like if in all honesty, I could finish it like any particular run. I could finish in like what would it be 7 games
Mm-hmm.
if I got that lucky to have one of every survivor without repeats
Right.
in consecutive games. That could happen, but I would be surprised, obviously, but
Yeah.
or I can just get down to one survivor and never be able to finish it.
Yeah. That would be awful and very frustrating, but
The
that's
fortunate
interesting.
thing is though, since I'm able to do it with like I can have PBs on multiple killers. If I
Right.
get bored of someone, I could just all right, pause this one, move on to someone else.
Right. To keep you interested in the game and keep you playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that you have that perpetual timing. That's a lot of uh spreadsheets, that's a lot of tracking. That's because there's what, like 18 or 20 killers in the game right now.
A little above 20, I think. Probably like 22, 23-ish. I
So
don't know exactly.
that's 20 plus separate files and timers and clocks that are actively running, and then you also have to keep those tallied PBs on another. Yeah, no, that's too much spreadsheet for me, man. I do.
Howard.
Look, I do enough spreadsheeting at work for work. I would not want to. No, that's insane. You're crazy, man. But I wish you the best of luck with it. And are you filming these and compiling them as like YouTube videos? Are you going to be releasing like your personal best for?
I consider there's like one run I'm on right now with one of the killers. I'm pretty good pace wise compared to like normal. So like maybe I can make a compilation for that particular run
Mhm.
and put it on YouTube, but I haven't really thought about that yet.
Fair enough. Are you gonna try to contact some of the like speedrunning organizations and try to get the runs and the PBs like recognized and actually acknowledged?
I don't know about that. It's because it's just hard to it's just hard to sell the idea,
Okay.
because it is a
Yeah.
lot of investment into it. So like if you
Fair.
want to get it recognized, right? I feel like you need other people to want to do it, right?
Not always with speedrunning. Normally, I would say yes, but there are games that have one person who's ever done the speed run, and it's the recognized best because there was only one person who was crazy enough to go run that game.
Mm,
So I don't know. I would look into it if I were you. This is my personal recommendation, but it intrigues me for sure. I
mm,
like when people do different things.
for
Just
Yeah,
sure.
so
nice
between
doing
between
different
the
things.
yeah, but between the spreadsheets and the self-imposed challenge, it's a very appealing idea to me. I do really like this.
It's a very Jake idea, which is
It definitely helps me keep motivated during tough times in DBD. That's for sure, because it's been struggle bus lately. That's for sure. It's
Yeah,
been
I know console players are real
it's
happy with the game right now.
yeah, since June 15th. It's almost been a month, and in about 2 weeks we might have a fix, maybe,
yeah. I've heard there's
or
been
at
some
least
issues
make
with
it
it.
feel better. So
That is rough. That's pretty much all the questions I had about the speedrunning thing. I really wanted to cover that and make sure we talked about it because that
mhm.
is super cool. And I wish you the best of luck with it. And hopefully, let me know if you're gonna put it on YouTube and stuff. Because I think that's an interesting idea to have a video of your personal best for each killer as a video.
Mhm.
And I would watch that because I do not get to watch your live streams as often as I would like because I have a job. But
As most do.
yeah,
Understandable.
gotta pay those freaking bills. Kids, they want to eat. It's weird.
How dare they?
That's right.
How
So
dare?
so speaking of kids, I mean not really, but look, I needed
I
a
don't have
transition.
any.
I know you
Don't have
don't.
any.
I know you don't. But what you do have, is animals,
I do.
and they're kind of the same thing. Having raised both.
Yeah, they sure are. Yeah.
No, so I want to clear something up because I'm in your Discord and I see messages.
hmm
So I have to ask,
hmm
how many chickens do you have?
9 at the moment.
That's a lot of
There were
chickens.
10.
There were 10? Did a
Yeah.
fox happen?
No.
Oh.
You eat one.
We don't know what happened actually. It just happened.
Okay.
we thought it was egg bound, and it
Oh.
was not that. So we don't know.
Okay.
And we didn't really want to, we would have had to like pay to get it in like in depth, whatever you call it, investigate. I don't know what it's called. I'm not a doctor.
Right. I know what you mean. Yeah. I'm not a
Not a
doctor.
veterinarian.
But did you play one on TV?
Did I play? No.
What?
Damn.
Why not?
He's not old enough to get that reference, David.
I
You
know
have to
he's
remember,
not.
Ellie is
Probably
12
not.
years old.
He's not 12.
I
He's
can't be. I'm Jake from State Farm. I can't be that young.
yeah, he's like in his 40s. Come on now, Jake.
Yeah, just like you.
Oh my
He's there
god.
to sell you insurance.
Jake is basically the oldest one here. It's just how it works.
That's fair.
The bald head adds 10 years.
So how long have you been raising chickens?
I think it's been a year now. It was either June or July last year that we first got them. So about a year.
Okay.
It's been very, very interesting.
Do you have a rooster?
No.
You lucky bastard.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
We intended that.
Ugh. My
Smart idea. Smart.
I grew up in Wyoming. No, go ahead, Kyle. Go ahead. You're drinking. What do you gotta start a sentence and then take a drink?
Well, yeah, because you started talking. So you know what? I'm just gonna keep going. Now you're gonna end up with, I don't know, turkey, ducks, and goose. Yeah, it's what happens. Every person I know that has
Ugh.
chickens.
Yeah.
No,
They
not
get
me.
Those 3 added on, not by purchase or
Nah.
anything else, but by being given those items. Because I don't have room for this, so here you go. You have chickens.
They're
It's like,
animals.
they're not the
lambs.
same thing.
That's fair. That does tend to happen in the farming community if you're not able to say no around here. The amount of times I saw my buddy who has his own like farm and animals and stuff just be offered shit that he doesn't have, like a sheep for something. Like, the barter system is alive and it's on ranches in Wyoming.
Mhm.
But no, the reason I ask is because I was going to ask if you've ever been spurred by a rooster, because that shit sucks.
I fortunately have not.
Yeah,
Can confirm.
you suck, you lucky. So round here, if you get the city boy who didn't grow up with, roosters and chickens, the fun thing for them to do is when they're now helping you with stuff is to send them into the chicken coop and not warn them about the rooster. That's what they did to me. Ow.
Gotcha.
Because they will jump at you if they're really aggressive, and they will jump off of the little like shelves and stuff, and they'll try to spur you. And that thing was such a pain in my ass. And yeah, roosters suck. Don't ever get them. If you guys have chickens in the audience, you're insane. No offense, Philly, but
Well, my chickens let me pet them, so
really,
Mhm.
that's insane.
I walk over to them, I bend down to pet them, and they just squat. They
But
they
yeah,
let me pet
I've heard
them.
if you like raise them like pets instead of like livestock, that they're actually like pretty friendly.
Really?
Yeah.
Wouldn't know. Haven't been around them. That's interesting. So now question, are you like in, and you don't have to answer this, don't dox yourself, but
What's your address?
no. Are you like
I wanna
in,
know where you live.
are you in the city, or are you guys like outside city limits?
I'm very close to the coast. I'm like I can take like a 10-15 minute ride and I'm at the ocean. So
Okay.
very cool. I am in one of the biggest or one of the more known towns. Yeah, town. We're not a city. Towns in Jersey, Tom's River. It's
Okay.
we're actually very well known for winning the Little League World Series in 1998.
Okay.
Baseball is very serious around here.
Yeah, we'll get to baseball, you friggin'
Mhm.
Phillies fan.
Mhm.
Look, we'll get to baseball and then
Philly.
maybe not talk to each other ever again after that. But
Mhm.
but before then,
I'll still talk to you, Philly.
I was gonna
Thank
ask you.
Kyle.
That's the nicest Kyle's ever been. He needs to get sick more often. He's all like, "I'll be nice to you, Philly. I'll talk to you. I'll do whatever it takes. Just let me go back to bed."
I don't really care about baseball. That's why it's like it's not going to impede any.
Most people don't. It is what it is.
Any judgment on Philly for me. It's hey, it's so what? He likes baseball. I don't care.
I don't know if I'd be
I'll
comfortable
judge him
saying
for it.
most people, because baseball's pretty big still.
A lot of people hate it though.
Yeah, getting
Lot of
less
people
and less
don't like
popular
it.
every day.
That is true. That is true. But we're not on baseball yet. Calm down. I have one last question, and the reason I brought up the chickens is because I wanted to ask, do you have other livestock, or do you have plans of getting other livestock?
No, not at the moment. We recently just got a dog, so that's enough for us.
Gotcha.
That's enough. That's plenty.
Dog and chickens. What a wonderful.
You should have got a
And
fox
2 cats.
instead.
And 2 cats.
We've had 2 cats before the chickens, so.
Okay. So cats, chickens, dogs.
And I have a random bird that's been alive for like 7 years past its lifespan, so. Or average lifespan.
A random bird?
Yeah.
Like
That's not
like
a species, Billy.
like a finch. Like a finch.
Okay. I was like, yeah, I was.
Gotcha.
What is a random bird?
Is it a crow?
I was-
Is it a
I was-
sparrow?
Half pigeon, half owl. Abomination.
I was hoping for a story of he's like, yeah, it just flew into the house one day. We put it into the cage and we were like, we're gonna keep it. We don't know what it is, but we're gonna keep it.
That might as well be the story at this point.
My sister had birds and they were the worst. Ugh.
Yeah, the lifespan was like I think 5 to 7 years. I think it's like 12 now. So
Yeah,
Man.
they live forever, dude.
it's weird.
Bird and
Sure, he didn't get replaced, unbeknownst to you.
wow,
Yes, I'm very confident.
Wild theory, Kyle.
that kind of maybe
know.
shows some insight into Kyle's
Mm.
childhood.
What
I had a
what did you have to
goldfish
replace?
once.
It's always the goldfish.
It lived for 20 years, guys. Oh my god. Okay. So now we have to do it. We have to get into
Mm.
the dreaded topic, the one that I know Jake just can't wait for. Baseball. So
Yeah.
question. You
Answer.
told me that you played baseball. How long did you play baseball
Yes.
for?
I played from when I was 7 to sophomore year of high school. I
Okay.
don't know what age that was.
I'm a bad judge of that.
That would be
Yeah.
like 16 approximately.
Yeah, that sounds about right. 16 sounds good. So 9 years. 9 years.
Wow.
A long
Okay.
time.
The last 2 were mainly like travel ball because you got a little league, and then once you're done with that, you can really only do like travel.
Gotcha.
Right. That's what I was going to ask. Did you play in high school or?
I tried out for middle school and high school, both one time, and because the freshman year is usually your best shot. Because high school we had our freshman team, intermediate school we had our freshman team as well, or
Right.
whatever you call it. And unfortunately, it's very competitive here. It's very competitive.
Fair.
Like my town is split into 3 high schools as it is, and every single one of them is just baseball. It's almost bigger than football here.
Right. I was about to say,
Yeah.
sounds like it might be like football is here.
Yeah, it might as well be.
Gotcha.
That is so
crazy.
bizarre to me.
Yeah, it's weird.
I have lived in towns where wrestling was bigger than football, where football is like king. I have even lived in a town where swimming is the sport that mattered. I've never lived in a place where baseball was like the thing, but I will say this, everywhere that I've been with like a sports program, the baseball players always had the most money. Their gear was always the best. I never understood it.
It
Better taken care of.
Is it? Have you seen baseball, Kyle? Like, baseball's like look, football, they do stuff for 15 minutes and then they take a break. Baseball's like, your goal in baseball is to break the shit you're swinging and to slide across the ground and tear up your uniform. Like,
your
I don't.
goal is to break the bat. Is that what
Absolutely.
you're trying to say?
Yeah, 100%. That's how I was told
I
to
don't
hit.
think you're playing baseball
What?
right, David.
Are you sure you're playing the right sport?
Yeah, you hit
Are
the guy
sure
behind
you're not
you
trying to think of,
because
like,
he yells.
hockey?
He yells strike, and you break the bat over his because he always wears the helmet. It's very inconvenient.
That sounds aggressive. That sounds like hockey.
Yeah, well, are you sure you're not playing hockey,
Right.
David?
Hey, hey.
Playing hockey.
Look, hockey is fine,
Yeah,
ish.
well, it might be rugby. He might be playing rugby.
There's no sticks in rugby. That's lacrosse.
You're playing the wrong sport.
So welcome to our show where we show how little Kyle knows about sports.
Apparently.
No, my my next question. I do have baseball related questions. Do you have like a favorite player or I don't want to use the word idol, but baseball fans tend to have that, that one player that they sort of stick to and claim even if he goes to a different team. Okay.
Yep.
Who's that?
My favorite player unfortunately passed away in a plane crash. I think I talked about this during our Minecraft podcast that we had.
Sounds
Roy
familiar.
Halladay. He was the first pitcher I ever watched in an actual game. Like my first Phillies game I went to.
Okay.
He was we went because he was pitching, and I just number 34 I just respect the man. So
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, look, I am a Dallas Cowboys fan in football still to this day because of Emmitt Smith. So, it is what it is. And I think he played one game while I was alive. But
well, at least he got one.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So with that, when you played, were you trying to be a pitcher because of that? Did you play as a pitcher? Or?
I mean, my main position usually was second base, but I was the thing with with pitching with me, right? I was really good, right? But like I didn't have the speed. I had the accuracy part. So some most of the time they're looking for the speed, they're looking for that heat. But
right.
When we even, I could put the pitch wherever I want it. Nah, not good enough.
Right.
Too slow.
Didn't have the fastball.
Miles an hour slower than normal. Stupid stuff like that. But yeah, I mainly was like middle infield, second short, and outfield because I was mainly like a speed contact hitter, so that's like pretty prime area of the field that they would be in.
Some of those words mean things to me. I'm not much of a sports guy anyways compared to other people. Like I like sports, but baseball is one that I've never really educated myself on. I think at this point I know more about rugby than I do baseball.
Weirdo.
So, I'm sorry. Look.
Rugby?
Hey.
I mean, rugby's better than baseball, let's be honest.
Rugby?
Yeah, go All Blacks. Anyways, what? Look, I love New Zealand. Anyways,
what about Old Zealand? Never mind.
Yeah, no. Now I'm done with the show. I'm just
2 down, 1 to go.
Oh God, Philly!
You're not getting me to walk away. I'm probably going to sleep right here.
I was gonna say, yeah, Kyle will just take his headphones off and fall asleep.
Oh,
well, now he left.
Well, yep.
Here you go, Kyle.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give you a pillow.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Much appreciated.
Can you?
Oh my
now?
God.
Oh, sure. Let me
Wow. Oh my God, you guys, this is awful.
We're still doing this? I thought we were done.
So now I know you're a Phillies fan. Okay.
No, that can't be.
Yeah, no, not at all.
No.
But if you were stuck in the mountains with any team, no, just sorry, it's a callback to one of our old episodes.
Where this is going. Keep going.
No, finish the question. Finish the question.
I'm waiting.
No.
I want to answer this.
Okay, we'll get to that then. I have a real question that I posed. I just wanted to call back to the Nerdflex hockey team episode. Do you have like? I guess I don't really know how to phrase this question for what I mean in baseball, so let me try.
Team you hate the most?
No, I'm sure there's a rival team. And I saw you saying some things about some Texan teams in chat before, but no. So Jake has like other division teams in football because he's an unloyal hoe and he roots for 3 different
Hmm.
teams. Is
Okay.
there like a
they're all
backup
bad
team
right
for
now,
you,
no.
I guess?
Ooh. I don't think so. I don't.
Okay.
It would be more of me rooting for certain players. It wouldn't be like a whole team.
Okay. Gotcha. And
Definitely, yeah.
so I don't know how it works with baseball because like in football you have certain like leagues and
It's basically the same thing. We just call it different things.
okay.
Like you have what? I think it's conferences in football,
Yep.
or is that something else?
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's
we have
divisions in here.
conferences.
So
Yeah, we have those two in football.
yeah, you
Yeah.
have NFC, AFC, like the 2 conferences. We have American League division and National League division.
Yeah.
And then it's split
Okay.
into 3 for each of those.
Gotcha. That's why
All
there's
sports basically work
80,000.
like that. They just
Yeah.
call it different things.
Fair. All right. So no backup team, huh?
No.
No backup
No.
team. I appreciate that though because
I'm
you stick
diehard.
with your team.
I can't. It's similar to DBD. Like if I didn't have it, I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't have anything else.
Okay. I'm
If
not
I
quite
lose, if the Phillies just don't exist anymore, then I mean I don't have anyone else I can root for.
really no one.
No.
See, I'm not even that big of it. Like I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan and I don't root for any other team unless they're playing the Eagles and then I'm rooting for whatever team plays the Eagles. Because fuck the Philadelphia Eagles. Sorry, Philly Rampage, if you're watching this. But but
Rip.
look, yeah, there goes that friendship, right?
Yeah, he's an Eagles fan. It's not a big loss.
So who is the rival to the Phillies then?
I mean, well, most of the people in the same division as us, are considered rivals, like the Mets, Nationals, Braves, Marlins. But like, none of those are my most hated team. My most hated team is the Yankees.
Okay.
I
All right.
I can't.
Does
The
that
funny
just come
thing is
from where
that's
you're
like
living?
yes, that's like
Okay.
the whole yes. Yep. There's a lot of them here.
I was about to ask. Yeah, you seem to be. So it's funny. I, for similar reasons, hate the Boston Red Sox. And I live nowhere near Boston.
Yeah.
However, my boss for many years and everyone else in the office who cared about baseball were Boston Red Sox fans. Like to the point where they had like the lanyards all the time and they would wear it. And anytime the Red Sox played, it was like a national holiday to them. It was insanity. I grew to hate the Boston Red Sox, which is just,
That's fair.
yeah, I hate that team.
That's fair.
But I have to ask, are there like tiers in the divisions? Like, are there divisions that would never play against other divisions because they just are not at the same skill level, or how does that work for baseball? I'm curious. I know nothing about the divisions in baseball.
It's kind of similar to how football works in the sense
Okay.
that like we play one of the opposing like division like so like we're in the National League, right?
Uh-huh.
So we play there's one of the divisions from the American League. Let's say the American League East, which is where the Yankees, Red Sox are from, Orioles, all of them are there. We go in a rotation every year where one of those divisions we play through like once. Just like how football is similar. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they do that too. Otherwise we basically play our division the most and then The other two divisions in the National League, we play the same amount per year.
Okay. So how is it decided who gets to go to the World Series? Because it seems like every team is in the World Series. Now I know they're not, but there's so many teams in baseball. Like the World Series games seem to last for forever.
Well, that's because there's 7 games. This is not football. This is not just one game.
Why? Why is
Yeah,
there
but
7 games? Why?
Well,
What? Who decided on
Well.
best of 7?
well, here's the problem, right? We have every team has 5 starting pitchers that go through. You rotate through them throughout the year. Well, what's the point of playing one game that decides the whole thing? When you have like those 5 pitchers, you're only gonna use one of them then,
Yeah.
for the most part,
Yeah.
if there's only one game.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
We call that a quarterback in football.
Yeah, but the big difference is that in football you're out there like destroying your body once week. If you played more than once a week, you would just die.
Right.
Whereas baseball, you can
Yeah.
have players actually play like multiple times in a week and not
You're just
literally
destroying
murder
one arm.
themselves.
That's fine.
Well, and that's why there's so many pitchers too, so that they
Mhm.
don't do that.
Huh. I just look, I can't get over the fact that there's 7 games, because growing up, even as kids, we knew best out of 3. Like, look, if I beat you 2 or 3 times, I win. What are the other 4 games for?
Money.
Fair. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you got me.
Lots of money.
All right. Yeah, you got me there.
Well, that
Lots
actually-
of money. Tickets are lots of money.
Jesus.
That actually like ties into one of my baseball questions. How
Oh,
much
geez.
do you like try to watch? Like how many games do you try to watch like in a week during baseball season? So it's like one of the things that
Not
like
very
immediately
often,
push me away
actually.
from it.
I'm not huge into watching it as often, just because I'd rather be doing some other things. But like, I just keep track like constantly of what happens.
Gotcha.
I'm like I like to look at that box score, at the end of every day, just to see what happened.
So that's
That's how I follow it.
that's perfect, because that was going to be my next question. Is I know there's a lot
It's
of
very tough to watch. I understand. It's very
Well,
tough.
and there's so many. It's so crazy because baseball to me like attracts the statisticians of the world.
Hmm.
Like, are you one of those guys who is really into like batting averages and tracking the stats of the players that
I
you
mean, yeah,
enjoy?
it's really cool, but like I'm not like diehard for that kind of stuff. Like I have a friend who is like crazy knowledgeable with everything baseball and looks at everything. It's unbelievable.
Fair.
I could never be at that level.
I mean,
I'd go crazy.
that's most baseball fans to me, like by comparison. The stat boxes alone for the games make me just go, what the hell happened? It's too much math. It looks like a math problem. I get flashbacks to high school. It's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's why football's better. You just got John Madden drawing circles and drawing lines.
X's and O's, X's and O's.
Man.
Look. That's more my speed. You know what else draws circles and X's and little lines? Soccer. I know soccer. I know hockey. I know football. My grandfather tried to get us into baseball, and I wish I knew more about it, which is why I wanted to ask all these questions. Like, I don't really talk to a lot of baseball fans because the ones that I work with, like I mentioned before, are annoying, and they're Boston Red Sox fans. So I'm just gonna like get my baseball education via Philly. That's the real reason you're on the podcast, just so you know.
Nice. Good.
I'm
At
kidding.
least
I'm
I have
kidding.
purpose here, It's
Yeah.
I
mean-
have a role.
Well, we all that, and apparently we now have 2 Jakes, so this is confusing later.
Mm.
But God damn it. Now I just threw myself off. I really don't want to ask the Nerdflex question again.
No,
I know he wants me to.
Ask the question.
I have to remember exactly how I phrased it. I was just doing a dumb callback.
Or you can mix up the phrasing, you know?
Wow, why would I do that? Always
Make
be
it
the same, never
fictional.
change. Always be rigid, never change. That's exactly what we stand for here.
If I never changed, I mean, where would I be?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you'd still be at progressive. Is that what you're telling me?
But now I changed.
All
And
right.
now I'm better.
No. Chat's saying that they don't like watching soccer games, which is insane. There's a
No,
high.
you're
I'm
right.
not a big
Soccer
soccer
is also
guy.
boring.
No.
I
You
don't
gotta watch
soccer.
like South America soccer games. Because
Germany.
there's so much more energy. It's just the announcers are so much more into this than anything else.
Look,
It's literally
well, that's if you.
Like,
that's soccer in general. If you score a goal, look. All right, look. I've
People
had
are
this
excited
conversation.
when it happens once a year.
Look, if you want a game where everyone's scoring every 30 seconds, go watch basketball. Okay, look. Soccer, especially professional soccer, is very, very skill heavy. It's a lot of back and forth because everyone is so highly skilled. It's like watching Olympic hockey. There's not a lot of goals in Olympic hockey either, but it is the best hockey you'll ever watch because everyone who's playing is amazing at the game. Soccer's the same way, man. Like, you don't have, I'm going to shit on our grandpa's team here, but you don't have the Colorado Rockies in soccer, okay? The closest you have to it is the U.S. soccer team, all right? Everyone's good. And even the U.S. soccer team is decent. It's
women's team is good.
Our women's team is actually killer. Yeah, that's fair. But don't get me distracted. But my point is it's really fun to watch because I love watching sports where people are good at what they're doing. And that's, I think, one of the things why it's so hard for me to watch baseball because it is no, hang on, hear me out.
Hold up.
They all suck.
Wait. a
No. It's harder to recognize when someone is amazing at baseball as as someone who knows jack shit about baseball. I can watch hockey not knowing about how to play the game and recognize high tier plays and lots of and skill. It is harder for me to watch baseball and be like, that guy's fucking good. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
A
Oh.
little bit. I understand a little bit of that. I can say when it comes to pitching in baseball, yes. If you don't know what you're looking for, yeah, you're not going to know
right.
if they're good or not.
And
but-
televised baseball, it's where the freaking camera is 80% of the time.
Well, yeah,
Just saying.
yeah. Where else would it be? Where else would it be?
Well, I should be watching the
Camera on
outfield,
the ball.
obviously.
Just watch those guys just walking around.
Look, I'm just saying.
Watch the cotton candy vendors? Like, what do you
Hot
want?
dogs,
I mean,
hot dogs,
At
peanuts.
least then I'd be watching someone who's working hard.
back scratcher, back scratcher.
No, I don't know. Televised baseball is hard for me to watch. I have been to live baseball games.
It is the hardest thing. It is the hardest thing to watch. Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Live baseball games are a different animal, though.
Live baseball games are entertaining. I've been to them, but I don't know. The pacing seems different, and you can actually see everything that's going on. I don't know. It has a different feel to me. I can't watch baseball on TV. I just can't do it.
Most people can't.
That's fair. We used to get forced to all the time. My grandpa was a diehard Rockies fan.
Yeah, I've watched a ton of baseball. I'm shocked David doesn't. I am shocked how little David knows about baseball. Just because I know a shitload about it and I hate it because of our grandpa.
Oh, I tuned out, Jacob. I'm capable of watching something and listening to nothing. I can disassociate.
I don't have that skill.
Is that what you do when Jake streams? Is that what you do when Jake streams?
You're not supposed to tell him. But yeah, look, I did watch a lot of baseball growing up, but I did not absorb any information about it. I know about the Colorado Rockies, kinda. I know how many
Their
innings there
stadium
are.
is the easiest to hit home runs in because of elevation.
That makes sense, and I didn't know that. I never thought about it though.
That's why everyone loves going there.
Well, that
'Cause
and
you
it's
can
an
just
easy
hit
team.
bombs.
Like, I mean, if you're being told that, hey, you're gonna play the easiest team in the league, like, all right. Oh, and I can get home runs? Cool. But yeah, I don't really know. I have learned a lot about baseball here. I've made assumptions in the past about baseball, but you've confirmed some of them about like the divisions and everything. So yeah, I didn't know a whole lot. But
Most people don't. So.
to the question, we asked Nerdflex when he was all about hockey. If you can't choose the Phillies. If you were gonna be stranded and like if you were gonna be plane crashed or stranded in the mountains in the snow with another baseball team, who would it be and why?
Mm, hmm. Well, I feel like I feel like I would have to pick someone who's just like the most average of average person. I
Okay.
feel like that would. So I'm trying to think what team would best fit that role. Hmm, that's a tough one. Who the hell is average? Um,
See, now he sounds like my mom.
you want to talk about it?
No, I'm good. I pay a therapist, Philly.
Hmm. Well, wait. Would I be Would I be like talking to like the players on the team? Is that how it works?
Yeah, you'd
Like
be there with the
the
players.
whole team is.
Yeah, the whole
Oh.
team's there.
Oh.
And you.
Well, yeah,
Well.
obviously you.
Well. Well. Even if I was allowed to pick the Phillies, I don't think I would.
Yeah?
Gonna be honest.
Why? Because you wouldn't want them
Like
to be
there's a lot
stranded
of
and
bums
stuck?
on the. There's a lot of bums on our team. Like our bullpen, man. I don't know. I wouldn't want to hang out with them. This is the worst bullpen in the league. I
Oh
don't
my
want to talk to them. They blow like every other game.
This must be what it's like being Jake and football season.
Hey, I love my shitty teams, David.
Oh my god.
So I like the Giants because sometimes they're shitty and they still win the Super Bowl somehow.
Fair. Look,
I feel like I'd probably pick the Dodgers. There's quite a couple cool people there. So
okay, the Dodgers. First of all, you want to be stranded with the cool people?
if I gotta talk to them, you know.
Yeah, you got to keep morale up, David.
Oh, I see. Look,
It's very important.
I like that Philly's like, who would I like to talk to in the middle of this frozen tundra?
You know, I just want to hang out. You know?
I'm
hang out.
complimenting you. I'm also slightly insulting you, but I'm also complimenting you because our last guest that we asked this question to was like, well, which one would I want to eat? I'm like, Jesus, dude. Like that.
He was looking at it from a survival standpoint.
Yeah.
Philly's looking at it from a how am I going to keep myself entertained?
Well, I'm probably
standpoint.
gonna be dead anyway. Might as well
That's
talk to the people, you know, have a good time.
Jesus. I like that angle. I like taking it and being like, well, who do I want to meet?
Before I die.
That's right. All right. I don't have any other baseball related questions. You guys have anything?
No.
No.
Okay. So moving on to our next sport related. There's a lot of sports here. Weird. NASCAR. which is technically a sport, right?
Depends on your American.
Depends on your American.
There's
I don't
some
think that's how that
Americans who
works.
literally don't consider that a sport.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean whether or not it's. I know it's technically a sport.
These guys are athletes.
It's
They're
a
athletes.
look. It's a sport, and realistically, all jokes aside, I do appreciate the difficulty of NASCAR. That being said, and this is, I know I'm the asshole here, but it's kind of like
there's got to be one.
it's kind of like baseball to me. In watching
That's
it,
totally fair.
it's not easy to be like, that guy's the best, or like, that guy's skillful at this. I know.
I think it's worse than baseball for that.
I
Okay.
agree.
Okay.
I think it's definitely way harder than baseball.
Yeah, I can tell who's good in baseball. I cannot tell.
If you see a guy hit a home
NASCAR.
run in baseball, you're like, okay, he's not bad. Okay, he's
Yeah,
not
Okay.
bad. He can hit the ball far. You know.
Yeah,
He's got
home
some
run is a
power.
good batter. Strikes is a good pitcher. I can follow that. I don't know how,
It
what the fuck
varies.
makes a good NASCAR driver.
It literally just varies. It just varies week to week. It depends.
Right? The best drafter, I guess. How close can I get behind this guy and then go left? I don't know. Look, I'm just trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, I did NASCAR. This is another sport that was forced upon me because my oldest sister, my oldest sister is a NASCAR fan. And who's your driver?
He retired. I think it's has it been 2 years ago. Jimmy Johnson, 48.
Okay.
I have my whole shrine back there. No one sees it on stream because it's behind my TV. So
Shrine?
there's a lot of stuff up there. There's a lot of stuff. Hold on.
What is it? Oh. Guys, we're seeing behind the Philly. Oh my.
Oh dear God.
Oh,
This is
that's
hard to
okay.
get the angle for.
right. That's not
This
too
is very
bad.
difficult. Oh, well, okay.
Okay.
There's
All
that.
right.
There's this. Okay, there's this.
Uh-huh.
A lot of stuff back here.
Okay.
A lot of stuff. But yeah, I have a lot of cars.
Not too bad.
I have a lot of I have a shit ton of autographs.
Comparatively. You have the autographs.
I have a lot of autographs.
That's cool though. Like,
I even have one that he signed it to me, like Chad, and then signed.
nice.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
always neat. Like for me, that's always like, I mean, I don't ever mock people for collecting things, even if it is NASCAR, which is something that blows my mind because I look behind me. I have Comic-Con art. I have Funko Pops.
Comic books. What a nerd.
Yes. I have on the wall over here, I have a signed Jeff Isherwood Venom. Like, if that's what you're into, collect it. And when you can get those autographs, it's amazing. I love it. It feels so good. Jake and I spent like 2 hours talking to Jeff Isherwood when we got that autograph.
I wasn't there that year, David.
Yeah, you were, weren't you?
No.
Wow.
Who the fuck was with me?
Wow, who have you been hanging out with?
I don't know. It was a long time ago. It was me and somebody else, and I
Videos.
sat there talking to him for forever. Look,
Must have been a different insurance agent.
I spent a lot of time talking to that man. All I remember is the conversation itself and my wife having made like 3 rounds around the conference and like coming back and checking on me and like, can we move on yet? Like, you can go do what you want. I'm busy. He showed me like prints from anyways, whole other thing. But so those collectibles are cool, and being able to meet them and get those autographs is an awesome thing. Did you actually meet them at races?
Quite a few.
Okay.
Quite a few. Quite
That's
a lot
cool.
of people.
Have you ever been to any of the like, I want to say it's the big 3. I only know about like 3 really big races. There may be others that are considered big, but
there's there's they call them crown jewels, but
Right.
of NASCAR, but I'd say the biggest ones are obviously the Daytona 500,
Yep.
Indianapolis, which is Brickyard 400, Coca-Cola 600, because that's the longest race of the year, 600 miles compared to 500 usually or 400. And I'd say those are the main three.
Yeah.
So
Have
yeah, I
you
guess three, but
have you ever been to any of those?
no,
Okay.
no. I've mainly been to ones around me. I've been to two in Virginia. I've been mainly there's a track in Delaware that
Okay.
I've been to like 8 times or so at least. I don't know how many it's been, but and one in Pennsylvania.
Okay. That was actually going to be my next question, because like I can't imagine how accessible NASCAR is.
It's
I don't see them
they're all
having
over the
a
place.
I don't see them having a track in Jersey, I guess is my
There's a dirt track in Jersey that's used for dirt track uh races.
That makes sense.
Okay.
It's
That makes
actually not too
sense.
far from me.
Now,
I've never been there though.
the dirt track stuff is kind of interesting. Although admittedly I don't generally watch like dirt track NASCAR. I would prefer like BMX
Well,
and
no,
motocross.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I if they do any sort of like dirt track car racing at all, I don't watch it.
Understandable.
Again, this is another sport I know very little about, so I have questions primed. The only thing I have been educated about in NASCAR is that allegedly, according to my sister, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is the best driver ever, which made me
He's the
immediately
most
hate him.
liked. He's definitely the most liked, for sure. Yeah, I've met him actually.
Okay,
Very
that's
nice guy.
that's
I do
cool.
have his autographs. Hold on. I've got a hat full of autographs. And I think his is on there. Let's see if I could get it on here. The big gray one. That's him. in the
Okay,
middle
Okay.
there.
nice. Yeah, I was gonna say I recognized the signature immediately because my sister has a
Yeah.
lot of like the memorabilia that he signed, but not like real signatures.
Mm.
It's very hard to get to races in Idaho and Wyoming because not many of them happen around us.
Well, there's none. Yeah, there's no tracks in Idaho or Wyoming. I think the closest one to you is in Nevada and California would be the two closest.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So,
So how did you get into NASCAR?
it's kind of been like a family thing. I kind of just grew into it. So,
Gotcha.
and the first like driver that I started watching drove an M&M's car. So I was like,
Oh, did we lose him? Oh, there it goes.
your camera froze.
Yeah,
There it
our
is.
Great.
That was
Yeah.
an interesting freeze frame.
that was you started
a
to
great expression to be frozen on.
yeah that yeah no something caused the hiccup here and everything froze for a second. So sorry about that. We're back now. Everything's good. Everyone's alive. Okay.
Are we?
It was the
Are we
M&Ms
alive?
that got you.
It was the M&Ms that got me. That's it. They
It
were mixed in
wasn't
with Skittles and it was awful.
Big sugar rush.
So sorry. Back
Oh,
to your
no.
story. So
My,
oh.
my thing, my Jake. Hold on.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I love it.
Unfortunate.
I love it. So back to my question, because I didn't get to hear all of the answer. I don't think you said something about you watched the first driver you watched was in the M&M's car, and then it kind of cut out.
Yeah, I mean, I just, I love M&Ms as a kid, and I was like, all right, I'm rooting for you. And then it slowly turned into me actually thinking about who my favorite person is.
Okay.
and he ended up turning out to be arguably one of the top 3 drivers to ever exist in the sport.
Okay.
He's gonna end up being in the Hall of Fame, no doubt, no question. It's just that he did something. No, he won the championship 5 years in a row. The closest that someone did it 3 in a row, years ago,
Hmm.
and he did
That's pretty
that
impressive.
from 2006 to 2010. So
Wow. That's,
Okay.
I mean,
right after I started following him.
Gotcha. That makes sense. That's cool though.
Yeah.
So now,
Yeah, and for the longest time, every race I went to, he literally every race I went to, he ended up winning at
really,
the longest time. It wasn't until like yeah, it was only a couple times towards the end that streak ended. And I was
that's
like, well,
gotta
my luck has ran out. It's
that's
kind
gotta
of
feel good
crazy.
as a kid though.
It's
Like,
crazy. Like most of them came from the same track in Delaware.
right,
Because he ended that track became like his track basically. That like no one can just touch his status there.
Hmm.
He broke the record for most wins there. Yada yada. Um, and but it's not like the 2 tracks in Virginia. He won both there. It's just the streak went on. It
right.
was crazy.
See, and that's it. Again, going back to, I'm not a huge NASCAR fan or baseball fan, but I always love hearing about and seeing all of the different people and the different skills that are in play. And something that has like always super impressed me about NASCAR is something that I think not a lot of people pay attention to, and that's pit crews. Holy shit.
They train for it. They practice.
You have
can't fuck
to,
up.
right? Dude, I
You
take
can't mess
my
up.
I take my vehicle to someone who I pay like $1,000 to fix my truck, and it takes them 2 weeks. These guys fix the same problem in 5 minutes.
14 seconds.
Dude, I'm sorry, 14 seconds?
An average pit stop is 14 seconds.
Holy
huge
shit.
difference, David.
And the wheel doesn't even fall off a few days later.
Yeah. Hey,
Wait,
I hate you so much. I mean, sometimes it does, Jake. I've been to stock car races where the wheel comes off at least.
I will say the one thing about NASCAR is it's very difficult to watch on TV, just like baseball, but being there, it's just not. It's so much. It's such an experience. I've had the chance of being driven around on a track in a car before, and I did like 5 laps, and the G-force that I'm not even at max speed. I it put my it just blows my mind how they can do it for like 400 laps.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. The endurance they need for that is ridiculous.
Yeah, because it's got to be fairly oppressive.
Jeez.
I've been in simulators. I've never actually had a chance to be in an actual, like NASCAR or stock car or anything going that fast. Yeah. And that's impressive enough. So like it, and that's where I have a lot of fun. I poke fun at NASCAR because again, my
Most
sister,
people do,
yeah, I mean, let's be honest, it's easy. It's easy to poke fun at NASCAR. It really is.
It is.
But they are skilled. There has to be a ton of skill involved just because of, I mean, it's like astronauts. Like
you're driving upwards of 150 miles an hour, and you have to make decisions in 0.1 seconds.
Yep. And that's just it. Yeah, it's so funny too to me that like half of them don't enunciate their words in their interviews because These are people who
Yeah.
make serious decisions, but they can't decide what to say in an interview. Like what? I don't understand it. And I understand that there are different parts of the brain and they're different decisions and all of that, but it's so funny because the NASCAR culture makes it so easy to kind of mock and dismiss, but when you really examine it, uh it's a lot of precision shit, from the pit
Mhm.
crews to the driving to, like, these guys study tracks the way basketball coaches study playbooks.
Just literally setting the car up, like for the track and
Mm-hmm.
practicing and changing things. All of that in itself is a science. It's honestly insane how
Yeah.
much goes into making the car perfect.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
see the condition of the track and put a play into it. How much humidity is in the air alone can take a toll on the vehicle. It is.
Hmm.
yeah, it's always intriguing to me. So I have to ask this one because of course it's the go-to in NASCAR. Have you been to any races where there were crashes?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I've seen a car barrel roll before.
Me too, but unfortunately I was on the inside.
Oh, weird. Same. What a
Yeah, but I
coincidence.
bet you weren't going 140 miles an hour while turning.
True. I was going 65, and that was enough. Yeah, that's always the thing. Like, oh, you just like NASCAR for the crashes. Like, well, I like the crashes, but
They are exciting. The fights are also exciting from time to time that happen.
I'm sorry, fights?
Oh yeah. If you get pissed off at someone, you go talk to them. Sometimes it, ends in a fight. Like
Well, like in the crowd,
no,
or
like
like between the
drivers.
drivers,
Like between the
yeah,
drivers.
like after the race.
If
Duh.
someone
I've seen one happen during the
if
race.
someone dumps you going into a turn or does something stupid that you don't like, sometimes
Mhm.
you go over there, talk to them about it. Sometimes it just ends in a fight.
I'm sorry, let me
Start
hop out of
fight.
my 150 mile per hour death machine and beat you with my hands. What?
We're
What?
talking obviously when the race is over.
Oh,
I've
okay.
seen
Okay.
one happen when the two guys got in a wreck. They both hopped out and then started fighting right then and there.
Yeah.
This
sometimes
isn't
that-
hockey.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Road rage is a thing.
Yeah.
It makes sense, but it's not anything that I'd ever thought of before. Like
Me neither, David. Me neither.
I expect, yeah, I watch hockey for the fights. I don't expect, yeah, I like that NASCAR. That brawl was amazing. I'm sorry, what? That's insane to me, but I love it.
Yeah,
Also
it's-
intrigues me a little bit more about NASCAR.
you should look up some fights. Like seriously, you can look them up on YouTube.
Oh, I'm sure everything's on YouTube. Oh yeah, I will be
Yeah.
looking into this. Also, my sister was trying to get me to watch NASCAR for forever. Why did she never think you want to watch these guys beat each other up? Like that would have sold. I'm there. The 13-year-old me would have been like, wait a minute, there's maybe car crashes and a fight. All right, I'll gamble. Like, oh, that's insane. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Sometimes it can be.
Okay. Last question, not a scripted question, just something that I'm seeing. What's the is that a signed checker flag that I see behind you?
Yes. That is actually what year was that? One of the tracks on their social media was doing like a 12 days or something like that for 12 days of giveaways leading up till Christmas. And that
Okay.
flag is actually one that I won from the giveaway. Um and yeah, it's got a bunch of autographs on it. Most of them I actually don't know who they are, believe it or not, because they're from NASCAR has like three main divisions.
Right.
and most of them are from the 3rd division,
Oh,
and
okay.
which is the trucks that like the trucks in NASCAR.
Right.
And yeah, I don't know who half of the signatures are, but hey, it is
Hey,
what
I
it
mean,
is.
signature's a signature. It's cool.
I'm sure I'll look it up eventually because I have the year, so I can just some of them on their signatures they wrote the number
Right.
of the truck they drove, so I can just be like 2016 truck series number 82 whatever have you, whatever number, and I'm sure I'll find it.
I would imagine so.
That's a lot of information.
Right? Yeah, I was gonna say that's a lot of search parameter pings there. So, all right. Well, that was all the questions I had about NASCAR. Do you two have something else you want to talk to Philly about in relation to that?
Do you have a least favorite driver? A driver that you hate?
There are people that just piss me off from time to time, but I don't think I have like a hated person.
Gotcha.
There's definitely a lot of young guys that can be like, they can act like brats from time to time, but yeah, I don't think I really have anyone I hate.
Okay, that's fair.
Fair enough. It's just a weird thing for sports because I feel like there's always the people that you love and the people that you hate.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I don't have that for rugby. I think that's the only sport that I enjoy that I don't have a team where I'm like, boo, you suck.
I mean, me neither, but that's because I only know one rugby team.
Yeah, but you only know that one rugby team because of me.
Wow.
True.
Yeah. Go All Blacks. Anyways. All right. I'm going to go ahead and play the drop here, and then we'll move into Jake's shenanigans.
Our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Shenanigans! Shenanigans! Shenanigans!
I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
All of the insurance. All right, Jake
All of it.
from State Farm 1, the original, Jake Prime. What are we doing today?
I refuse to acknowledge what you just called me.
But you're answering to it. That's what makes it true.
No, I'm refusing to answer to it, Kyle.
What are we doing for shenanigans here, Jake?
Well, as some of you may know, I consider Philly here to be my rival. So I'm a member of the Anti-Philly Alliance. So today we are going to be doing rival versus rival. I have a bunch of pop culture rivalries that I've already have my choices made up. We're going to go through Philly's choices to see how much we differ on these.
Yeah, I thought you were about to say it's gonna be me versus you, and I was like, wait, but you made the question.
Yeah, kind of, but there's not a right answer, but there's a right answer.
Okay.
It's my answer.
Okay.
It's how much more will Jake hate you is basically the point of this.
I mean, I don't know. I think my tier lists have done enough for that.
That's probably true.
Can I really get much further? Like, honestly.
We'll see. But because I like giving these things some arbitrary stakes, Philly. If more than half of these are in common between us, I will officially step down and leave the Anti-Philly Alliance.
No more anti-Philly Jakes.
Wait.
Because
in
I'm
common.
not president.
Okay, the same. Okay.
Yes.
If they're common.
If it proves that we're more similar than I like to think, then
Okay.
yeah, I will step down.
And if we differ, I become Jake 1. This way I
No.
win both times.
Yes, I'm kind of okay with this.
No.
Jake has to become Philly.
No,
No,
Jake
he just
stays
becomes Jake
Jake.
too.
Yeah, he's Jake too. I'm okay with this. We once had a Zach 7. It's a long story. I'm okay with these stakes, Jake.
You know, I'll start going by my middle name. It's fine.
I love it.
Okay, and I do have a bunch that I like have moved off the list because I didn't think that you would necessarily know the references to them, but
Probably
Oh.
not.
we can't skip over ones if you don't get the references. But I think you should be have some sort of
we'll
opinion
see.
on
Hopefully.
most of these.
Let's see how it goes.
So first up, we have a anime classic, which, by the way, like half of them that weren't removed are anime. But we've got the classic Goku versus Vegeta. Which do you prefer, Philly?
Vegeta.
Well, you're wrong. Goku is better.
I knew that.
Vegeta may be the most obnoxious character in all of anime.
Exactly. Perfect. What do you mean? What's the problem here? But, you know?
I guess it fits, your whole toxicity theme you've got going.
Yeah. He's like my soul character. You know?
That
If
adds
I
up.
had a soul.
Soul Calibur.
Is that a ginger joke?
Yes.
Okay.
It was.
Oh my god. All right.
Okay, moving on to the next one, Marvel versus DC. Which do you prefer, Philly?
Marvel.
Okay, that's one that we're the same on. We're 1-1.
I can't even tell you much about DC.
I
Fair
can't.
I
enough.
can rattle some people off, but like
Is it mostly the MCU that got you into Marvel stuff, I assume?
mainly yes.
Okay, that's
I'm
understandable.
not a comic books guy. So,
Yeah, I knew you weren't a big comic person. Next up, from My Hero Academia, we have Bakugo versus Deku.
So the thing is, right? I've never actually watched it, but I know about Deku.
Okay.
So that I have to go with Deku because his name I know who Deku is.
I mean,
That's the only way I can
Fair
answer that
enough, I
question.
guess.
solid reasoning.
It's either that or I don't answer the question.
No, I'll allow it, especially since I prefer Bakugo. He's he actually has a personality. Moving on to the next one, the Beatles or the Rolling Stones.
Why?
That's the most
Um,
famous band rivalry.
Yeah, I know more Beatles songs, so I feel like I have to go with Beatles.
Okay, that's a fair enough reason, except that compared to the Rolling Stones, the Beatles are dog shit. You idiot.
Wow, Jake.
Wow.
Someone's
aggressive
settle
tonight.
down.
I mean,
Jeez.
unfortunately, I agree with Jake's take on that. Sorry,
I
Philly.
don't listen to many Rolling Stones songs, so
I mean,
the Rolling Stones also are only okay, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
still hate the Beatles.
same. The Who is where it's at.
Who?
X. Exactly, Kyle. All right, moving on to number 4, we've got Ash Ketchum versus Gary Oak. Who are you going with?
Ash is a bitch. I'll go with Oak.
God, I like her going back and forth. I agree. Fuck Ash.
Oh my god. He says Ash is a bitch.
No, 100% he is. And most of his gem wins are fucking bullshit. Fuck that guy.
He has plot armor, Jake.
All right, well, moving into the sports world a bit, which I think my side on this one will be fairly obvious given what we've already talked about. But my personal favorite sports rivalry, Patriots versus the Giants.
Some of my family is Giants fans, so I'll go with Giants.
Now that is the correct choice.
It's a
The
shitty
New England
choice, but
Patriots are awful.
I don't really like either of them, but you know.
I go with neither.
yeah. I was gonna say
Come
at that
on,
point,
son.
stop watching football. Like,
Yeah, honestly.
Wow.
Go
Wow.
watch some rugby.
yeah.
There you go.
Let's not get carried away.
I'm gonna go watch the monster truck. That's what I'm gonna go watch.
Fair enough, I suppose. Okay, well, moving back to anime, we
Great.
have
Great.
Light versus L in Death Note.
Yeah, I don't know either of them.
What?
Okay, that is
L.
fine. We
I've
can-
never
so-
watched,
L.
I've never watched Death Note.
What?
Nope.
Watch it.
I'm not a huge
Why
anime
watch
guy.
it?
Neither am I. I'm not a huge anime fan either. Death Note's good. Watch Death Note.
I mean, I actually agree with you. I also really like Death Note. But our final one here.
Oh, I think it's tied too.
It is 3 and
Oh,
3.
Christ.
It all comes down to this.
Be something
Perfect.
stupid.
Freddy
Me or
Krueger
you.
or Jason Voorhees. Thought that would have been great. I should have done that.
Oh, that's funny.
Freddy
Listen,
versus Jason.
listen.
Uh-huh.
One of these guys
Mhm.
has a claw on his
Mhm.
hand.
He sure does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the person who's actually in my favorite game.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Freddy.
I knew that was going to be the answer.
No.
Well, unfortunately, I agree.
Both
Nightmare on Elm Street, one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yep.
Oh.
Both trash.
That's unfortunate, huh?
That is unfortunate news for the Anti-Philly Alliance.
And it's unfortunate news for the
It's
whole
just-
one person that's
really-
left.
Or Groovy.
I must now officially step down as vice president of the Anti-Philly Alliance.
Vice president.
Oh, yeah. Groovy runs it. You didn't know that?
Yeah, Groovy's president.
Hmm.
Yeah, they had a meeting and everything. It was crazy. Oh, that's funny, Jake. That's funny.
Rip.
Go ahead.
No, I just said rip.
Okay. So now we're on to the last segment of the podcast.
Yay.
I have to make the disclaimer because I do every week. I will say that the views, opinions, and properties discussed inside Kyle's Chaos Corner do not reflect the views and opinions of Let's Play Death Ray. So, hello, son. Thank you. Sorry, I got a visit from a tiny human. Thank you
Tiny
very
Human
much.
invaded the stream.
Yes, the tiny human brought me a Mountain Dew Baja Blast. The most refreshing drink, from what I hear, officially sponsored by Deadly Dill Gaming. Anyways, Clip that, send it to him. Anyways, moving on from that. Now that the disclaimer is out of the way, Kyle, what you got?
All right. So I just threw all these things together in like 2 hours. So this is probably not as chaos as normal.
You need to prep your chaos.
Right?
You need to prep your.
I need to prep it.
That seems counterintuitive.
Right?
I prep my chaos every time. So I got some questions. I was going to see if you know the facts.
If I know the facts.
Yep. Some of it's about NASCAR, some of it's about the NBA, some about DBD.
Okay. I like it.
Do you mean the MLB or did you mean NBA, Kyle?
Right? I'm very confused. Are we talking baseball or basketball?
Basketball league.
I'm good. I'm good to go.
I got all of them.
He's like, what's the one sport we're not going to talk about today? Basketball. Done.
It's okay because I actually have some basketball knowledge, so we'll see how it goes.
All right. So we'll start off with NASCAR. How many people have died in NASCAR so far? On track.
On track?
On track.
What? One.
28 have. In total, 28 have died in NASCAR, where Daytona Speedway has killed the most. At a total of 8.
I feel like... Okay, I know one has only died on television once. But there's a lot of different, what's it called?
Wait,
branches of NASCAR.
was your question how many people or how many drivers?
It's total of drivers, to be honest. But yeah,
Okay.
because
Yeah, I only knew of one.
Yeah, same.
next
Chaotic.
Oh, you want chaos? Okay, you're here.
Oh, no. No. Don't encourage him.
Let's go.
How about the number of NBA players that died on court? I've got time of date for all 3 and the names.
Time of date?
Just
I
give
think
me
you mean
one.
time of death.
Just give me.
You
No,
said how many there are.
Yep.
There's 3.
Yep. Only 3 have died.
Yeah. That's the answer.
What the fuck?
The answer's 3. Thank you.
This is just getting worse.
Are
the
you
fast-
okay?
I'm fucking tired. The fastest track in NASCAR.
Fastest track? We're talking about. Are you saying the fastest speed you can get on a track?
No, the fastest track, as in the fastest to complete 1 lap of closed.
Oh, you mean like the
track.
quickest you can do a lap in? Like
Yeah.
Well, this could technically be a loaded question with the track, but Bristol is the quickest currently on the active roster of tracks.
Talladega with Rusty Wallace at 44 seconds and 27.
Never mind.
You said fastest time to complete a lap.
No, I said fastest track in NASCAR. God damn it, Philly.
Did he not talk about fastest time to complete a lap?
No, I said fastest track.
He did, right, Jake?
I don't think you're listening to your guests. Philly asked you if you meant fastest time to complete a lap, and you went, yeah.
Fucking hate all you motherfuckers.
I asked you if it was
the new rivalry.
speed,
Right?
fastest time to complete a lap, because the one that I said is the smallest racetrack.
Yep.
That's why I went with that.
M-
You're
Or
doing
maybe
great, Kyle.
is he talking about maybe Ricky Bobby's fastest time? Because I know that was at the
No.
Talladega.
Yeah. He's the real best NASCAR driver, if we're being honest.
What do you got for me? Come on, let's go.
What's the most flips in a NASCAR crash?
Uh, I'm gonna guess 12.
Nope.
Higher or
17.
lower? Oh.
Yeah, I'm not going to give you a chance to answer. Fuck you. I'm done.
Your questions.
What?
Your questions are loaded.
I don't care.
Mhm.
Load it and shoot.
I don't even know. All right, Kyle, come on now. Oh,
How many people have died on a hockey rink?
Here's something nice. Who's the first female NASCAR driver?
This could. I'm telling you right now. This could actually be a loaded question. Like, because yeah.
I'm just here for the sound effects at this point.
The one that I know, there's definitely been one before, but oh my god. Let's go with Danica Patrick.
Yep, that's the one I've got.
I didn't think that was gonna be right.
Right? Me
Gonna be
either.
honest.
It's Sarah Christian. No.
That's a name I don't know, Shay. Chat's saying Sarah Christian. But was
I don't
she
recognize that
officially
name.
in NASCAR? Because I know there were a lot of female drivers before Danica Patrick, but Danica was like the first endorsed.
The first line of her Wikipedia entry is Sarah Williams Christian was the first woman in NASCAR history, woman driver in NASCAR history. So,
Wow.
1949.
However,
Oh my god.
Danica Patrick, just because I got curious, because I just Googled
She's
her.
the first one to. She's the first female to lead a lap in NASCAR.
She's also listed as just straight up. This is her Wikipedia entrance. Entry was she was NASCAR's first female driver.
Yep.
NASCAR, get your shit together. There cannot be two firsts.
Look.
Okay.
What's
Look,
the next one?
I wasn't questioning you, chat. I wasn't questioning you, Shay. But we have some conflicting information. Wikipedia, of course, Wikipedia sucks.
Look, I have Danica Patrick's Wikipedia pulled up right now, and it doesn't say that.
I can show it. I
says
can
she's
put
the
it.
most successful. I'm looking at it right now, David.
Hang on. Look, I am typing in first NASCAR female driver. Enter. Boom. First result. Danica Patrick. Coming
That doesn't mean
from.
that's right.
It is not the Wikipedia. You are right. I apologize. It is coming from Women of NASCAR, who you would think would get it right.
I mean, fair.
Oh my god. Also, fuck you, Google.
Yeah, but the Sarah thing also leads to Women of NASCAR too.
Yeah, it is. It's just it's a Google error. It's not even that actual group.
Oh, that's funny.
I see what you're seeing now, but yeah, because it even has like the dates for that other lady.
I'm ready to see what the next question we have to fact check is.
Right?
All
right.
Hit me.
I'm going to bed. Good night. Fuck you.
No, you can't be done. You can't give up. Did Philly
this is
break
going-
you?
This is going
We are
great.
embracing the
What a
chaos, and we are making it even more chaotic by doing this.
Fine. Here's my last and final question. I don't give a fuck if it's wrong or not. What's the strongest DBD killer?
This is an opinion.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh my god, we broke Kyle.
Nurse, final answer.
Ooh.
No,
I like
Frank.
that.
Fuck you.
What? Not even. It's the nurse. But see, the difference is you didn't ask it what skill level. Because like top tier nurse, they kill you. No matter where you are on the map. They just teleport through everything. It's awful.
You can kill people in that game.
Well, some people can, Jake, not you.
Is Kyle taking Jake's spot on the anti-Philly? Yes, Septum he is.
Apparently he
That seems
is.
like it.
Sure. Why not?
I heard the vice president position's open.
That's right.
That's too much
It is,
paperwork, though. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, just to warn you, as vice president, that means you do all of the actual work.
That's right. And the president only shows up every other Sunday.
If that.
It's
If
pretty rough.
that. Oh god. Oh my god. Well,
Yes.
that was an experience. I appreciate you for
I will
breaking.
say that made me laugh quite a bit.
Right. Maybe we just
harder than any other chaos corner you've had. Not gonna lie.
maybe that's what we need to do is just get Kyle sick for every Monday.
Fucking hate all ya.
So he's just too tired to do anything real. Or just have a whole bunch of clusterfuck beforehand like we did on this. So he has like an hour to prepare. There are 13
Apparently.
female.
That's fucking great.
Are you reading chat's message about female drivers?
No, I'm not.
Uh,
I even got chat like closed right now.
wow.
because of that.
Apparently, if you go back in history, there's 13 female drivers before Danica. Oh, that's funny. All right, so that's all I have. Thank you so much for coming on, Philly. I knew this was going to be a ton of fun. Obviously, we've gotten to know you pretty well over the time that we've been able to collaborate, and I look forward to a bunch more projects. Something that we generally like to do is ask our guests if they have anything that they want to plug, any projects you're working on. Go ahead and plug that now. Where can people find you? What are you working on?
Well, we're currently grinding for our first ever PC. You know, that's the big exciting thing I've been doing. You can find me at twitch.tv/PhillyFox.
Okay. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you everyone for coming out. This was a ton of fun. We appreciate it. And we hope you had at least some fun, Philly. And we look forward to having you back on it at some point in the future.
Love you, Kyle.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe, click the little bell icon so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. If there's any streamers or content creators that you would like to see on the show, make sure you leave them in the comments down below. We'll make sure to check them out, see if we can get them on. Have a wonderful night.